So how will coronavirus affect work life? So first, there's a macro and a micro example of what this will affect going forward. Micro first. I can see a lot of differences in the workplace. For example, are we going to be a place where you're expected to use a shared computer in a meeting space? No. AirPlay everything. Everyone has their own device. How about those accessible doors? Those doors that have been pushed for years and years and years have been fantastic for accessibility use for businesses, for bathrooms and front doors, and etc. Well, there's a double case use now for those accessible doors. See those increasing dramatically. How about air filtration systems? China has been ahead of the ball with air filtration systems for large businesses for quite some time. See an increase of those. And how about business cards? Are there really a future for business cards post-corona? No, just airdrop me your LinkedIn information and we'll go from there. And how about those cubicles? Will cubicles in the workplace really look the same post-corona? I doubt it. It's very difficult to see exactly what distancing looks like when you're having your workspace so close to so many other people. Look for opportunities like this one to show distance, and exactly for you to physically know what 6 feet looks like and a socially acceptable distance from you to someone else within their cubicle. Now what about at the macro level? At the very high end, you're going to see billions, if not trillions of dollars change due to coronavirus inventions and innovation due to coronavirus. Now, this is just history repeating itself when it comes to innovation. For example, the Black Plague pushed the innovation of the printing press. Prior to the internet, most people saw the printing press as the largest innovation of human history as far as business goes. Obviously, the internet will see big changes come across. What would those changes be? Well, I see the most financially impactful changes coming first from healthcare and 2 from education. Look for those 2 specific areas to change dramatically due to coronavirus. Now, higher education can really be the superhero to this dilemma, where higher education understands through our alumni, the alumni that may be losing positions due to layoffs. They also understand if they're working effectively with businesses and organizations as they should be, understanding what skill sets their current students need to have in order to go in the marketplace. They understand those gaps of what's going away, of those layoffs, and what organizations are looking for. Higher education can really be that bridge between the two. Higher education can be that bridge in the sense that students can get that information to make themselves more marketable in the marketplace with new skill sets, Salesforce, HTML, and a lot of these skills that you need now in the workforce. How is media being affected by coronavirus? Well, quite a bit. If you haven't noticed, YouTube advertising is down 50% right now, as in how much organizations are paying and spending money on YouTube ads. Advertising across the board is down dramatically, but just YouTube specifically is down 50%. However, which is interesting because YouTube views are up at least 15% right now. So what we're seeing is more views but less advertising. Depending on an organization, this can be a ripe time for ROI of those views. Let's actually look at a list of what media areas and entertainment areas have lost a lot of money due to corona versus those that are making a lot of money during coronavirus. Let's see how many you can get right. So what's the number one? What's the area that has lost 100% of financial revenue during coronavirus? Obviously, movie theaters. Number 2, events and attractions. Now just jump down the list, you'll see toys, you're going to see entertainment, etc. Going to the bottom of the list, some areas that may be interesting and surprising that are actually losing money in the media during coronavirus. Things like educational resources, as well as social media and even online dating is down during coronavirus. Now let's look at those areas of media that are making money and percentages are up during coronavirus outbreak. I think 2 that are not so surprising, music streaming is up, video streaming is up. But number 1 that has 75% increase of spending on media entertainment right now, gaming. And when asked whether you are more interested in buying any sort of subscription package right now compared to prior in coronavirus, well, obviously a lot of people are more interested right now. We're looking for streaming services, we're looking for music, we're looking for more things. But it's interesting to look at per generation, what generations are interested in being a subscriber to more now compared to before. Check out this graph. You can see that obviously the number 1 contender for a lot of generations are going to be Netflix. Number 2, Disney Plus. After Disney Plus, it changes though. We look at millennials are more interested in Amazon Music, where Gen Z is looking at Spotify. And to end this week on Spotify, I think Spotify has a fantastic algorithm. I think from a music platform and an app platform, Spotify is the strongest. However, moving forward, Spotify will be the music resource that falls the most. Why? Because when you pull up your fancy iPhone and you want music, guess who's going to be recommended to you? Apple Music. When you talk to your Alexa, guess which music is going to be recommended to you? Amazon Music. Sorry, Spotify. We'll see you next week.